Hey out there, this is Wake Angel 2001, bringing you 2 custom videos in one day. This is for Strapper01, also known as Andrew Strappers, also known as the guy that did my animated intro. He wanted me to make him a Squirrel Girl, which is my first chance to work on an actual Marvel Legends figure. I made a couple of Marvel Universe figure customs before, but this is my first time messing with the Legends, which is one of their 6-inch figures. So, let's go ahead and, make Squirrel Girl. The base toy is this Spider Girl figure, which, aside from the fact that she's wearing a mask, is an almost perfect nude buck. There isn't a single thing on her that isn't just painted. So the entire body is pretty smooth and ripe for just being made into whatever you want, even if that means sculpting on top of it, as I did here. These are the calves and the forearms, which had to be sculpted around with some epoxy sculpt to create, her little furry arm warmers and leg warmers. And then I used that little wire rake brush tool thingy in my clay tool kit to add a fur texture to everything. Once that's done and painted up, the arms look like she's wearing furry arm warmers, and the legs look like she has furry leg warmers, or like fur socks, or whatever you'd call that. And the body has pretty much the same treatment. That whole furry unitard thing she has going on, it's kind of funny. Squirrel Girl's outfit kind of looks like she has a unitard or a one-piece bathing suit made out of fur, and that's kind of hilarious. I had to be careful around the lower body because I had to make sure not to put on a layer of sculpt too thick, because then I wouldn't be able to attach the upper and lower torsos back to each other, because there is a little bit of precision in that engineering in there, especially if you're going to try and preserve the ab crunch. But once everything is all connected together, put on the arms and the legs, and a little belt with some pouches on it to be her little utility belt thing, we have a very nice Squirrel Girl body. So the next step is to move on to the head. This is Spider Girl's head again. I cut off the ponytail and did my best to shave away all the lines of the sculpted on mask. It's a shame that this is the only part of her costume that's actually sculpted, and it's the only part that I couldn't sculpt over, which is a pain. I did my best to make the hair shaped like the concept art that Strapper sent me. But the thing with this head is that those eyes. I did my best, but they are just painted on the blank featureless Spider Girl mask, so they kind of look a little bit unnatural in that there's no recess where the eyes go in. There's no eye socket, as it were. Fortunately, Andrew sent me a second head. This is obviously from a Street Fighter figure, and I gave her a different Squirrel Girl head style. This is from a different artist, and this actually has like a buck teeth thing going on, because it has been shown that Squirrel Girl has rodent-like buck teeth, kind of like Timmy Turner. Haha. So that's Squirrel Girl with her interchangeable heads. She has a calm head and a screaming head, for whenever the mood strikes you. Of course, there is one more feature of Squirrel Girl that we have to add, which is, of course, her big, floofy squirrel tail. I have no idea where this tail came from. Strapper sent it to me. I would have had Squirrel Girl done last month, except that I didn't have a tail for her. I was gonna make one out of a thick pipe cleaner, but then Strapper found this thing, and he said to use it, and then he mailed it to me. He even stuck a joint into it, so I wouldn't have to worry about finding a joint. The only thing I had to do to this tail then was paint it to match her costume. Then I drilled a hole into the small of her back right above her butt, and put it in there. It's a little bit floppy, but it works. So let's take a look at the truly completed Squirrel Girl figure. Yep, that is Squirrel Girl, alright. She has her little utility belt. All of the original articulation for the Marvel Universe figure still works. I'm sorry, this is a Marvel Legends figure. I gotta get used to saying that. And she has a tail. Very big, floofy tail, because her theme is that she's Squirrel Girl. I don't know. No, yeah, that's Squirrel Girl, alright. I don't really know much about Squirrel Girl, except that, apparently the character is supposed to be 14. Oh no, I could be convinced that she was 16, but she doesn't look 14, and from the art I've seen, that is. But still, I also know that she's one of those characters that can break the fourth wall, Deadpool style, and that she's a pretty funny and fun character, which is all good for me. Alright, this is Wake Angel 2001, and I'm pretty sure the next thing I make will be Sonic related.